So we're driving home. We just had a really great spring break in Angel Fire with the family, and I wanted to share with you guys a quick story about the closing I had right before we left. So this is a rental home, so an investor that was going to come in, completely gut the property, all the things. So we knew, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. But right before you close, you always want to make sure that you do a final walkthrough with your realtor, just to make sure that the home is being delivered in that broom swept condition, that they've cleared everything out, there's no additional holes poked in the wall, there's no major damage. So the closer that you can do it to signing, the better. That way, the sellers aren't going in and maybe removing something, fixtures and things like that are supposed to stay with the home. So when I showed up at this house, I pulled up and the garage was open and it was filled with stuff. And so I called their realtor and I said, hey, we've got to figure this out. There is so much stuff here, and it is going to take my buyers a lot of money and a lot of time to get this cleared out. And the other realtor had been working with her clients and talking with them, making sure that they were getting everything cleaned out. They were a little bit older, so there was concern as to if it was going to get done in time. And so she had been in contact with them, and they told her that things were good, they were almost done, they've almost got everything out. Well, they were also literally waiting for the house to close to get their check and move. And so here's the moral of the story. One, can you leave stuff behind when you sell a home? Legally, you can. And the seller can sell it, do whatever they want with it. But it's not the right thing to do. You want to make sure that you clean out the house, it's in broom swept condition. And if for some reason, you're in a situation where you can't and you need help, communicate that early on so that we can come up with a solution. And so we came down to the wire. It was time to close on the house. My buyers were on their lunch break. They're ready to sign the papers, but they weren't going to close on a house in that condition. There was sheds filled with stuff. The house had trash throughout it. Beds still there. I mean, there was a lot of stuff. And so what we ended up doing is I said, hey, the good news is that this is a cash buy. So we can make some really quick changes, and I think the best solution to do is to go ahead and reduce the price. And so as the representative to my buyers, we went in, we asked for a price reduction of $2,000, and they said that they would take care of clearing it all out. So bottom line, do a final walkthrough. If you can't be there, make sure your realtor's there and do it as close to closing time as you possibly can. Make sure the house is in the condition that you are anticipating that it's going to be in. Everything looks right. Fixtures is another big thing, making sure that no fixtures were taken, curtains, light fixtures, all of that kind of stuff. So anything that's actually on the walls attached, those cannot be removed. So do a final walkthrough, and if you are going to need to leave a bunch of stuff behind, make sure you're communicating early on in the process so that a solution can be taken care of before everybody gets to the closing table.